subscriber. What?
Last time on the Whims of Fate.
Last time on the Whims of Fate, Tang introduced herself to the druids, demonstrating her abilities. Rada got escorted to the bluegrass band of the party by a Scottish prince.
Who actually spoke Fae? I can talk to him.
Idea made progress on her necklace. And Uther and Amor overheard the plans of the Saxons.
The dastardly pen.
Yes.
That being the plot to kill the Vortigern's wife, the current daughter of Magnus Maximus, the British hero. They informed Gorlois of this discovery. And so, this time, on the Whims of Fate.
Take it away, DM. Good job on the announcer voice, Arthur. That was good.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Press X down.
You are so ladylike.
It's too...
You know what? It could have been worse. When we were playing our space one, she actually made, like, the speakers rattle. We were all very confused. Your stuff stopped working again, Megan.
No, and
Nope, there it went back.
Okay. Now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I even tried to make that burp quiet, and apparently it didn't work.
apparently not.
So you gotta tense the muscles and keep your mouth closed.
That's the thing I did. Like, it is just like, I can't do quiet burp.
What did it do? Come out your nose?
It'll be if you get it through your nose, it'll make it very quiet. It'll just burn all the way through.
I mean, there's a weird connection from your nose and your mouth. Our cousin used to stick his earbuds up his nose and then open his mouth, and you could hear the music coming out his mouth because his mouth was so big it would like make surround sound.
I don't know whether to be impressed or horrified. I'll think I'll be both.
I don't know. We all
He's
just
fun at
stared at
parties.
him and we were just like, "What?" He is fun at parties. He's a freak. What
Well, a lovely start to a session.
am I gonna say? All right. We'll just have it be the next morning that you guys.
We all got to sleep because none of us had to set a watch. Because we're at camp.
And
Yes,
some
yes, that is true. There
group
was
is being sent to save the Vortigern's wife. I don't know if we're involved in that.
But we do know that Erdan is not allowed to go.
That.
I mean, Erdan may have something to say on that. I cannot remember. Did you guys talk about that yet, or have you guys yet to be informed of what they learned?
The party has yet.
That-
And Gorlois
that was-
said that Gorlois said that before this gets out, I will not allow Erdan to go.
Yeah. I was gonna say because I don't think it's something that they've shared with everybody else yet.
I don't think Amor told the party.
From my notes, it was just Amor telling Gorlois everything.
Yeah.
Amor's only
Okay,
kind
yeah, I remember the Gorlois conversation. I just wanted to make sure. So, it is the next morning. Most of you are in a pretty good mood. Those of you who know about the impending doom to the queen, probably not so much. But,
Dea has armor to forge.
woo!
Armor and weapons. Let's go.
I love you.
Then you guys wake up to the smells of deliciously cooking food and all that fun stuff. That food that you guys don't have to cook or forge for or any of that.
Is that right?
And if it weren't, you'd think it was luxury.
Mm-hmm.
The
If it
closest
wasn't a
we've ever
war
been to
camp, you'd think it
vacation
was
is
luxury.
on the battle. Is next to the battlefield.
Wait, what was that?
Closest we've been to vacation is a few stone throws away from the battlefield.
This is the life. I wonder
What's,
if people do this for a living.
what's sad is that it's true.
Well, our last vacation did end with us being attacked multiple times in some catacombs, so.
Which you let us down. Yeah, don't go, rolling your eyes up in the sky, Missy. Your choice let us down there.
Magical pinatas.
So whoever's in Tong's dome when they wake up will probably be woken up by Tong making an exclamation. When you look at her, she's got looks like she's sweating a little bit before she reaches into one of her bags and pulls out a patchwork fox doll before going up and at least attempting to go back to sleep. I don't know who that would be.
Think I don't have that written down. I had like a half a sentence written down at the very end of the last session, and I think I started writing and then got distracted and didn't finish, so I don't have down. But I believe that Tong was with Erdan.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that Brina would be in Rada's hut.
Yeah, I know Brina's with Rada. I think
Annie would probably be with me too. Tom,
Yeah.
what was it that you pulled out? I heard patchwork, but I wasn't sure what it was. Patchwork what?
Fox doll.
What's that?
Fox.
Oh, fox doll.
Made out of patches, right?
I thought you said fox stall, and I'm like, what the heck is that?
Reminds her of home.
I think Erdan and Tooth were with Tom.
This sounds like a horrible combination.
Especially
Lauren
since
probably
it's
didn't
one of
notice
the
because
people
he was
who knows
snoring.
the truth.
Or actually, probably not this time around.
Handle the tooth.
Remember what we talked about last week, Marco?
Mm.
And I'm pretty sure I was not a part of the last session. So wherever you want to throw me, feel free.
You had been. We'll throw you in there too.
With Tong, honestly.
Hmm?
I think the last time we did this, he was with Tong, honestly.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
He hasn't been exposed to a fire-breathing owl in there yet.
No, because she did pull one out, and thankfully Henry was nowhere near there.
Sounds fun.
I can change.
Because we were going over my notes from the last session over as we were eating, so that we have an idea of what we're doing. And that was one thing that Idea had noticed as she was working on her necklace was Tong bringing out the fire-breathing owl.
But it was a day, and
she just went back to working on her necklace.
exactly.
If Brina had seen that, she'd be like, no, we can't do that. Henry will have a conniption fit. No more trauma.
No, can't do this.
Oh, and Jen, I
Uh-huh.
was saying that for the night before the morning, Vernon probably would, when everyone else was starting to go to bed, he would actually spend several hours into the night on the training field before finally coming back physically exhausted.
Right, because you were training...
Okay.
Well, no, Henry was training with Hosk.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Before last, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like my character would have been kind of kept to those areas, training, trying to work on his hand-to-hand combat, and get to know those group of fighters.
Yeah. So. Got back in my set.
I'm sure Amor is probably in his own camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. People to lead, people to see, people to. That was.
Where did we set up camp?
We set up our tents, I'm assuming, in the rest of the camp.
I seem to remember we actually set ourselves up a little bit away from the camp because.
Yeah, you guys had set up in the trees. You were
Yeah.
like basically on the edge of camp. And I'm pretty sure you set up not far from the king's area either, because you wanted to be able to, like, you're on the edge, but the closest edge to where their tents were.
Mm-hmm.
Rada will get up and ask, alright, since our dooms are temporary, they only last for 8 hours, we should probably set up a tent so that we can store our things, that we don't have to carry them all over camp, or whatever it is we're doing. Does anyone have a tent?
I don't know, Tooth, do you have a tent?
Tooth is in Tongs, not Rada's.
Udea certainly does not.
It's the next
Well, just
morning.
I was gonna say, we'll just assume you guys are all just getting up and.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
The only
I
ones
do
refusing to get out.
I do not have a tent, though if I did, it would probably be Brina-sized, not everyone else sized. And I don't really want to see
I
my
can't
tent
hear you.
destroyed by having people in it, or having so much stuff packed into it in persons.
A big tent. I don't have a small tent, but I do have a medium tent.
No, I can hear you now. It just
She doesn't
didn't.
have a small tent, she has a medium tent, I think.
Hmm?
You
Yeah, I
said
heard that.
No big tent, no small tent, but a medium tent.
We have a medium tent.
You got a Goldilocks tent.
I'm trying to think.
Just right.
I don't
mean-
think I have a tent either. I just,
The medium-
just have a backpack and a bedroll.
The medium tent will probably be.
Medium tent.
I assume a medium tent means like one of those 3-person, dome tents. That should be more than enough space for
Yeah.
luggage to be stored.
Wait, is this like a modern tent?
Yeah. Like, what does this tent look like?
It's just like a little canvas tent.
We
So
can't.
I mean-
unzip
There's no zippers because zippers aren't invented yet.
But this is Tooth's bag! He pulls things out of the 4th dimension from that thing!
Oh, this is a tent that actually belongs in this time period.
Imagine that.
That's actually more confusing.
It's not a Harry Potter tent. Tiny on the outside, the 16.
I want a Harry Potter tent!
Bigger on the inside.
No. I mean, maybe if we had played on Harry Potter's birthday, it would have been, but no. Right now, it's not.
We're close!
Yeah, that was last month.
It was
It was
Monday!
Technically last month.
Am I
Yes.
wrong?
No, but you make it sound so much further away when you say it that way. It was Monday, which is not that far away from Thursday.
No, it's not.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Right, whatever you
Alright.
want to take with you, put it in the tent.
Been here
Uh-huh.
today.
I will put my backpack in and store my. Yeah, that's about it.
And Ern's gonna drop his backpack, his armor, a few other miscellaneous things from his bag of holding, and just carry his bag of holding and his sax
Got
and the banjo.
I'm cool.
Oh.
Oh, put my bag in, but I think I'll probably have my weapons with me in case I go to the training ground, which might be laughable, but I don't know exactly what else Brina's going to be doing. Because the brownies don't think I'm smart to be helping, so I don't really have a lot of friends my size other than Tooth, and Tooth's smaller than me.
Adele will probably just keep all her stuff in her bag of holding. Doesn't need people messing with her tools.
One day I'll have one of those. It'll be a nice one, made out of dragon skin or something like that.
Wait, I have a bag of holding. I'm just gonna bring my stuff in my bag of holding. So then if I have something that I want, then I can just pull it out of my bag of holding. I'm gonna follow Day on this.
All the next holding we'll find is going to be used, and everything will come out with sand on it.
I'm just like imagining, because you said like just finding an old bag of holding or whatever, and just like flipping it inside out, and it's just like filled with sand. A whole beach worth of sand. It's just
Sand of holding?
Somebody obviously wanted the beach to be wherever they were. A couple of seashells tumble out.
A crab! It's dead. It's a fossil! Oh my gosh. Technically the bag of holding is an anoxic environment. It could totally be a fossil.
So we flip this bag inside out and there's fossils that just come flying out.
Perfect. Perfect.
The lack of oxygen would also
Any
mean that things would
archaeologist.
decay, correct?
What?
The lack of oxygen would also mean that things wouldn't decay, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
You would have a pristine fossilized specimen.
We can use it for the storage of food. It's a natural preservative. It's better than a refrigerator.
That is true. I've never thought about that, but that you would not be wrong.
Okay. I don't
Brina
have
immediately
to.
moves from the regular bag to her bag of holding.
I don't have to pass purified food and drink every morning anymore. Yay!
I was gonna say I had to have Rada fix my bread the one time that it got moldy, so might as well keep it safe. 'Cause bread.
Cause bread.
Never would understand Brina's love of bread.
He's the cause of my love of bread.
It's all your fault, Edward.
Not fault. Not fault.
Alright, so when you guys go to get food, a soldier approaches and he kind of looks at all of you. He's got a piece of parchment in his hand and he's kind of looking at you guys. Goes, okay, which one of you is the leader?
Erdan immediately turns to Rada.
I think probably most of us turn to Rada. It's like, probably Rada.
Adea looks at him and goes, leader of what?
Yeah, better question.
Oh, that is, yes, Roman. Actually, no, not Roman. He'd probably be speaking Kimmery.
In that case, Adea doesn't understand. If it was Roman, she definitely would.
Brina's going to smile but blink at him because I have no idea what he's saying.
No.
Hey,
I mean,
Arthur, your mic.
Given my proximity in the area, I might have a few words to be able to put together some of it, but...
Kimmery's a type of Brythonic. Sorry, I forgot I
Okay.
didn't really separate those out, so... Yes, it'll be close enough that even if you don't get all the words and his accent's a little thick, you'd be able to figure out what he's saying.
Yeah, Erdan would immediately turn to Rada like, this is the person you want.
He'll just, like, hand the piece of parchment to Rada, bow, and, like, walk off.
He's so confused.
Alright.
Basically, and this is written in Latin because he knew who he was writing to, but it is a summons to come see the king after breakfast.
Idea didn't get the opportunity to declare herself leader of all crafting activities among the party.
Everyone, it seems
What did
that
you
we
say, Rada?
requested that, it was the king's tent, right?
Yep.
Seems we have been summoned by Aurelius Rex.
Why couldn't he have just told us that instead of giving us some fancy parchment?
Decorum. He can't really do anything on his own because he's busy doing other things. He's supposed to look like it.
Well, yeah, but the guy who gave us the parchment could have told us, but...
He's
He's not
Kenry.
allowed
He
to
can't.
read it.
Yes, he probably can't. It's in Latin. He's Kenry. He probably can't read it.
Good point.
He probably looked at it and went, "Whoa!" Just like, okay.
No gossip here.
Good point.
We have been summoned
Do we go
to
there
the
now?
tent, after breakfast.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Summons are get really bad if you have to skip breakfast.
I need you now. But I haven't had my coffee.
I can't function without it.
That was the one big problem I had with Eric's girlfriend. Girl could not function without a cup or 2 or 3 or 5 of coffee.
What's your name?
Sounds healthy.
80.
Haiti?
All I was thinking is, I was like, I don't care if you can't function. That's your problem. You have an addiction, and you need to deal with it. The rest of us are gonna go be productive.
Oh.
Nice girl, but oh my gosh, she needs to deal with her coffee problem. Alright.
So breakfast and then the king, or do we have to go to the king? I guess.
No, you can go eat breakfast. He's letting you eat.
These are not the urgent summons that are going to lead to a bad day. That doesn't mean they can't be summons that lead to a bad day, but they're not the urgent kind that make it start bad.
Right? Did I tell you guys about when I was still working at Smith and I was doing like an overnight, it was like I woke up, went to work at like 3 a.m. or whatever and was throwing load. So I was exhausted by, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
And it was Saturday, so I knew I had my space campaign afterwards. I think it was the space one. And for some reason, I was putting coffee filters up, and there was the Folgers sitting right below it, so my brain started singing the Folgers theme song, but I changed the words because I was so excited about D&D, where it was like, the worst part of waking up is a sword in your gut. Yeah.
That would be a terrible way to wake up.
Hi.
I wasn't there last night. Something happened.
Even better if you're reacting that calmly and not just like, I'm bleeding out. Unless the sword is totally congealed inside you now because of all the blood, so now it's just stuck. But I suppose it could be worse.
Sorry, you said bleeding out, and it just makes me think of an Imagine Dragons song. I'm bleeding out. Yep. It's bringing it down. I'll bleed out for you.
I guess I don't know that.
I can't remember the title.
Now all I can think about is that stupid Leona Lewis song from the early 2000s. The keep bleeding love. That sounds like a problem.
Oh. Yep.
So what's for breakfast?
Are you sending me snaps of my cat?
I would assume
Yes.
breakfast is probably some sort of meats with the porridge.
Roll.
Meat's premium.
Full
Yeah,
English.
Yeah, they probably aren't doing meats, but they'll definitely be lots of carbs, lots of pancake type things, and well, you might have blood sausages. The English seem to like that for some reason. There are no potato products though, because you guys have not discovered potatoes yet. So no hash browns. Potato. Stick 'em in a stew. You could have turnips though.
There you go.
That's not a replacement.
It is.
That's
if
not
you're
even a
hungry enough.
consolation prize. It's a turnip.
It's spicy potato.
I want my potatoes.
It's a potato that bites back. Anyway, yes. So it's basically like porridge and flat cakes and things like that.
Nice.
Is this food that we've interacted with before?
Yes.
Like, so this is stuff that we had like when we were seeing with Gorlois.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just not quite on par because you're not in a castle being treated. You're eating army food, so it's probably a little burnt because they're making it in a big pot and big pans for group
It's edible,
meals.
but not tasty.
You should put everything in one bite just to equalize how dry or squishy it is.
Yeah, basically. Cat food. I dealt with 8 weeks.
And now you're back in the land of the regular food. Be happy.
Mostly I've been living off of Eggo waffles. I ate all my corn dogs.
Oh.
We did have tasty chicken and potatoes. So.
The way you just said that sentence sounded like you had corn dogs for breakfast.
No, mostly Applejack.
Okay.
And wheat checks, but wheat checks come in such a tiny box. I wish they made them in a bigger box. Damn that. Anyway.
Yes.
So yeah. So after a filling breakfast, if not a tasty one, you guys head to the king's tent. You do meet Amror there. The guards kind of wave you in. They don't even do like a whole who goes there. They just kind of nod and let you in. And huh?
I said you are kind of iconic.
Sorta.
I mean,
we are a
sort of.
unique group. It would be very easy to say, like, all right, the group with the half horse, half woman, the leprechaun brony hybrid, etc. are allowed in.
Oh, the teeth.
The over-exuberant,
The demon. The
incredibly tall and fair woman.
The hodgepodge of misfits over there? Yeah, you're fine.
You're right.
More misfit than the rest of us? Yes.
Yeah.
When
By
you get to the
order of
tent,
magnitude.
and this is going to be really fun for me, but when you get in the tent, Aurelius, Uther, Will, Gorlois, Bors, and Galaban are all there.
Was it just Amror from his group that got the invite?
Yes.
That's
because
fine.
they know that you're the leader of your little band.
So,
Makes sense to me.
Aurelius, Gorlois, Will, Bors. Who else?
And Boris' brother Galaban.
Galaban. I always forget his name for some reason.
Well, they don't usually use his full name. He's just King Ban in the Arthur Tales.
Emor will continue to try and practice his
Diplomacy.
noble behavior and will properly bow, my lords.
They'll all nod to you. Except for Will, who just... I mean, he's not a lord. he just is kind of standing off to the side, looking tired.
Here, but we like him.
I mean, who knows what he was doing last night. Alright. So Aurelius will stand. He'll be, thank you for answering the summons. So we got some intel last night, and Gorlois and Prince Boris here both tell me that you are trustworthy and functioning group. So we may perhaps use you in some capacity to help us with a problem we have uncovered. So it appears that the Saxons have plot to kill the Vortigern's wife via poison. So that it looks accidental, and then, you know, have a funeral, and then afterwards offer Hengist's daughter, Rowena, as a new wife for him, so that they have a legitimate claim to the throne.
I thought
Meaning
Rowena... No, Rowena was his wife already.
Rowena... What did I name her?
She's the daughter of...
Because Rowena's the daughter of Magnus Maximus. Because
I moved her name. Sorry. Rowena's actually, in real life, the daughter of Hengist. I changed it because of things. I don't know what I changed Hengist's daughter's name to.
I'm not sure it was ever mentioned, actually.
It wasn't mentioned, so it's okay.
Okay, perfect. The Hengist's daughter. So that they have a legitimate claim to the throne, which brings me to believe that they intend to kill the Vortigern. Now, I don't necessarily have a problem with them wanting to kill him. I do have a problem, however, with them having a legitimate claim to the throne, because that makes it difficult for us. So, we need to prevent this from happening at all costs so that we have an easier time at getting our kingdom back from the Vortigern to begin with.
Quick side question.
Yes.
What language is this in, and do they have the druid speaking stone so that we're all cognizant of what is being said?
Will has set it up so you guys can all understand each other. That is why he is there for the most part.
Perfect.
Emor is obviously not as expressive as Idea is, but Emor is not showing any signs of looking surprised.
That being said, I will not force anyone who does not wish to go, but if you are willing to help us with this little problem, you will be properly compensated.
I'm sorry to help because it sounds like an innocent woman was going to be killed.
Yes.
So I understand what the problem is, but how are we solving the problem?
Is this Idea?
Idea.
Yeah.
We basically just need a secret guard to keep the Saxons out of Londinium.
Do we look
Is your
ship, Majesty? What do I call you again?
While you're stumbling for words, Uther's definitely just like trying really hard not to laugh.
So they're trying to kill. What was the
Rowena.
lady's name again? Say that
Queen
again.
Rowena.
Queen Rowena.
And they were doing it by poisoning.
Yes.
Queen.
Now, the reason that we ask is that we know many of you are magic users. And we assume that whoever is going to be doing the poisoning is going to be one of their wise women. A witch, in other words. So, we know that it's going to be somebody who can possibly cloak themselves. Will cannot be there. He is planning to send a druid or two. But it'd be nice to know that they have backup.
So I am better secret guard by not having a weapon, therefore being less obvious? Or am I an inept guard by not having a spear?
Both.
My heading data, I don't know. But we could probably ask Cadmus about your spear before we go if we go. I mean, if you decide to go. I can't imagine you not deciding to go.
I mean, I was supposed to be creating a whole bunch of arms today.
Tom is like very tired, like looks tired, just like without looking too much further off the ground, we'll say in Saxon to Erdan, like, how much do you know about these magic women?
So, the moment Ern started slowly hearing more and more information about where he has to go, especially after Londinium, he's just been. I'm just gonna roll for stealth that he's been slowly backing up out of the tent.
You're gonna make me roll for all of them.
They're all high-level characters, too.
I know.
You don't necessarily have to do it. They're not actively looking. They can just use their passives.
That is true. Well, I know Aurelius is gonna have to use his passive because he's like actively talking. Yeah.
Will might be the one person actively watching us.
And if by us you mean Erdan, yes.
You don't really have to worry about it. I rolled a 8.
He is a paladin.
Hilarious because I definitely got a nat 20 from Uther. He knew exactly what would happen once the word Saxons were mentioned, and he just like it's like staring you dead in the eyes as you're backing up.
Oh no, Ern's slowly somehow went even paler and just slowly started watching everybody like, am I succeeding? Am I leaning back?
You know, I'm gonna have it. Uther actually, he did so well. He sneaks out the back of the tent and he comes up behind you and goes, where are you going?
Nowhere?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I didn't think so. He like puts a hand around your shoulder and he's just like actively holding you in place.
I don't know what it is about Erdan. He always seems to try and run off in random directions.
I mean, to be fair, if you really don't want to go, I mean, Gorlois has already said he really doesn't think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, well, then he's a really smart person.
So, what is your fear, Erdan? What are these, was it quiet women? Are they that formidable?
Quiet women.
Is that what you call? Sorry.
Wise.
Wise. Whoopsies.
Wise women.
Wise women. Are they that wise in the ways of magic?
Are they gonna make me heal people?
No, that's not it.
At that, Will actually stand up from where he was kind of leaning against one of the support beams, and she goes, it's not that they're wise. It's that in Saxon culture, women are the magic users. It's not a man's duty to do such a thing. And they do tend to be a bit vindictive in their spells. They give protection amulets to their warriors, their men, folk, and they have been known to place curses on enemies. Brutal curses.
Well,
While it is, debating the various frivolous things, Amror will volunteer. My liege, my lords, my sword is yours. I will gladly volunteer should you desire as much.
Lowe's just kind of gives a proud smile, like, no, he's mine.
I leave him alone on my buddies.
Like, I've got loyal subjects in my kingdom, in my dukedom. You're welcome.
So, it sounds like, for the most part, we will help you with this issue. Is there anything that's off limits to solve it?
Yeah, don't kill the king.
Well, obviously.
I mean, try to keep as many innocents uninvolved and such. I don't anticipate that because as Gorlois has told me several years ago you were banned. Now, a lot of people think you're dead, so he may be included in that. He may not be expecting to see you at all, ever. You may be able to get away with it. But as I understand it, not everyone in your group was
Not everyone.
involved. So, they're perfectly okay to
You guys were banned
be themselves.
from Lothinia? How'd you pull that off?
Yeah.
I guess, be more precise, is there anyone on the Saxon side that you don't want us to...
Oh, no, they're fair game. Do whatever you want with them.
Okay, that's just wanted to make...
Upon the mention of being banned from Londinium, Amror will reminisce. I do recall such events having occurred.
As the conversation's going on, Ern's
You've
just
become a politician.
trying to resist Uther now, just like, I'm trying to get out of this tent. I'm being roped into something.
Uh-huh. Hey, come with me. And he'll actually turn you and walk you out of the tent. Aurelius looks less than pleased, but he just kind of lets it happen. He's learned not to argue with Uther. Things don't necessarily turn out the way he wants them to when he does.
Adea kind of looks at Erdan and goes, "Did somebody else do something? I didn't cast heat metal on his sword."
No. No, I think Uther wanted to talk to Erdan. I think, since Uther's gone now. That's my guess.
Once he's got you out of sight of the tent, and he'll walk you away from where the guards are, so the guards can't hear, and he's just like, "You okay?"
Oh no! The moment Ern gets kind of like led up to like next to a tent, he'll try and find like the nearest pole supporting it, and actually like hold on to it and start breathing very heavily.
Not okay. Here.
There's a panic attack going on, actually.
Here. He like empties out a bag and he's like, just breathe into that.
And Ern rests.
So, I'm not gonna make you talk about it if you don't want to, but I'm a little concerned because this is a little out of character for you. At least since the last time I saw you.
And just after a couple seconds, Ern kind of pulls the bag away and says still kind of breathlessly, "Yeah, a lot happens in 4 years.
Yeah.
And I was partly the reason why we were kicked out, but I can't go back. She's there."
Who's there?
a white lady. I like go right back to the bag again, just saying it.
Since you're distracted, what is your passive perception again?
14.
Oh, yeah, it'll be enough. When you say white lady, he goes white. Like, he's looking like he's wanting the bag. Like, you've run into her?
I might have picked a fight with her.
He's like, after a couple more seconds, he'll pull the bag away. I can't sleep at night sometimes.
He'll actually go and roll his sleeve up on his right arm, and his right arm is just burned and marred. Yeah, she wanted me dead. And I don't know what I did to piss her off. She murdered my entire family except for my brother. I know he was working with her. I don't know why they were working together. I don't know what she gets out of this. But, yeah, I definitely have, night terrors about her. Because not only did she murder my family, but I saw her murder Emrys. You're right, a lot happens in 4 years.
I don't know if she's still protecting him or not, but I'm pretty sure she is. He's integral to, at least I can only assume he's integral to everything that's happening now.
She's protecting the Saxons don't stand a chance.
She
Thing
protects
is,
him. I don't know about his wife.
yeah. I don't know what she's playing. I don't. You still got your godly connection?
Out of character, what is that?
Just, he knows that you, as a paladin, have a god that you serve.
Right. Yes, I do.
Okay. Come on. We're gonna go someplace quiet. She may be the only one who has an answer. Unless you're serving someone different. It's still Rhiannon, right?
Oh, Rhiannon.
Okay. She may be the only one who can answer that for us. Because if there's a goddess involved in this, sending your friends in there is probably not a good idea.
What's hilarious about this is 2 of us in that tent know that there's a goddess involved and have also faced her now. One of them has already volunteered to do it again.
True. Well, but Amara's also been around this whole time. There have not been any celestial interference. So you have no reason to believe that she would be there. Because there's been nothing since you guys faced her.
At least that we've witnessed.
Yes. There's been nothing that it would suggest that there's been any celestial interference. No weird wildfires, no, mysterious deaths or anything. Been pretty straightforward war.
We probably would have missed it if we weren't in the wrong place at the wrong time, though.
Very true.
He knows it's a possibility, but not that it's a certainty.
Yes. So he will lead you out of camp and actually beyond where you guys had set up camp. And you'll walk for a while before you get to a clearing where there seems to be a pond. Nice little pond with a little creek running through it. Meadows kind of on one side, trees around most of it. Nice, peaceful, nature inviting area. Okay. You do your thing, and I'm just gonna sit here and be quiet. Because I've learned the hard way that if I don't do that, I get in trouble. Now, you're obviously not Emerus, but I'm not gonna.
I don't think it's much to worry about this time around, but that's still probably a good idea. And Ern will actually like pull out the candle, like the scented candle that he has specifically for Rhiannon, lights it, and then starts praying.
Crunch his nose right when you light it. The candle's scented?
Oh yeah, I went to Atlantis recently.
Just name drop Atlantis.
I'll ask later. I'll ask later.
Places that no one knows about.
This-
Places but things.
Precisely. Alright. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Since the bathroom is right next to this, I'm gonna put me on mute because you guys don't need to hear that.
I'm just imagining Adea while we're still in the tent. How much iron do you think we can plunder? I still need to make that sword. Saxons only, of course.
Alright, so, we don't necessarily need Jen for this, but we can talk amongst ourselves in character.
Can I make one quick side observation before we do that, though? Constance wasn't married when we were banned from Londinium. And so I'm realizing, like, wait, he got married sometime in the time that we've been gone. Because he was after Gorlois's wife before.
Mm-hmm.
And so he got married sometime in the interim. That just, it came to mind. I'm like, oh, hey, wait. He wasn't married when we left. But I would say back to regular role playing. That was just something that had come to mind that I wanted to comment on. But and back into role play.
Adea's been very non-committal. She'd probably be happier staying here making weapons, but
Just taking a fistful of iron whenever she can, just throwing it in her bag of holding, just like, all right, most of it for you and a bit for me, and most of it for you. And a
no,
bit
she's
for
more
me.
honorable than that.
Half for you, half for me.
One for you, one for me, one for you, one for me.
If she gets to steal weapons from people we've already been permissioned to do whatever we please with because they're the enemy, great. But she's not going to steal from the camp.
Well, duh. We
Makes
weren't talking about you stealing in the camp.
Ra will turn to the group. I mean, this sounds like a good opportunity, but I am concerned about some things.
What concerns you, Rada?
Well, the last time Amor and I, Erdan, Vizier were almost killed because of the White Lady. And she also burnt down the inn we were in before Vizier. She has to be involved in this somehow, and she is like, since she is a deity, she is likely to recognize us. So,
That is a very good point.
so if anyone were to go, it would have to be the ones that are less immediately recognized. Or the ones that would be less immediately recognized.
Because she burned down the inn that we were in, she might recognize all of us, but Erdan would definitely be recognized. You, Amor. Vizira's not here, so we wouldn't have to worry about her being recognized, but...
Does that mean you're making me go?
Tong
Well, he just said that no one... That,
no, I'm out.
didn't have to
You
go.
guys can go if you want. I'm not. Not to mention, I do not like nobility. The last time I worked with nobility, I almost died. At least the last time I willingly worked for nobility. No, I am staying out of this, especially if there's a deity involved.
Jen, we were talking amongst ourselves in character for those of us that are in the tent.
I kind of figured.
And Rada's worried about the white lady, so I guess what I'm wondering is what the reaction for everybody else that's in there, all the dignitaries and stuff like that, what they're thinking, hearing us mention that.
Tong is definitely bowed out at this point.
Yeah, Tong's bowed out.
Oh, what the... Oh. Well, Gorlois is aware, so, he's pretty unmoved. Bors and Ban are kind of looking at each other like... What?
Amber is once again unfazed.
Yeah.
Aurelius is looking unfazed. He's kind of got his lips pursed. Will is probably the one you're getting the most reaction from, though, because he definitely is, physically holding on to the pole he had been leaning on.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, he's already a pasty islander, but he's looking exceptionally ghosty.
And just since you weren't there, Rada did mention that some of us would be recognized since we directly confronted her. But she mentioned that Rada, Erdan, and Amror were both fought, or at least were in the same place.
Huh.
Which, after everyone else had been there before, prompted Idea going, does that mean you're making me go?
No one is making anyone go, Idea. The king has already explained that we do not have to go, but it is an opportunity for us to be able to help. I'm still willing to go, as terrifying as that sounds, because I don't exactly know how else I can be of help, considering my size and that the brownies think I'm nuts.
Oh.
Well, if you're talking to brownies, they may be willing to be spies within the castle. They live in there. The king is not aware of it. But brownies do what brownies do. They help humans and they keep hidden. If you warn them that there's going to be an attempt on the queen's life, they may protect the food and drink that she has.
Oh.
I could easily do that. They might still think I'm nuts, but I can easily at least warn them.
Brownies do not take kindly to those who are trying to harm the ones that they are helping, so.
Thank you for explaining a little bit more. This is my first time meeting them, so I don't know them very well, and the one that I talked to was just kind of more surprised that I wanted to do anything other than stay at home and help.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Who is it that's talking to you, by the way?
Aurelius.
Okay.
So,
Yes,
I really need to come up with voices for everyone.
if the White Lady is involved, and it sounds like she is a formidable foe, how do we propose going about saving the Queen if only a small number of our group can go because they won't be recognized?
We're not expecting you to... we already knew you were banned. We aren't really expecting you to physically interact. We just need to prevent people from coming in who shouldn't be there, and hopefully getting the message to those who can do more preventative things in the city.
Well, as long as we don't have to go in there. Do we know by which route they will try to enter the city?
Considering that they are allies, they would probably not be prevented. They could come in from any direction they wanted.
Most of them are going to be coming from the east because that's the shorelines that they were given. Maybe from the southeast. Obviously, we have some clear over here on the Kimry border, which is, not where they were supposed to be. But here we are.
Well, it seems pretty, I guess for lack of a better word, I'm not very educated, but it seems pretty ballsy to send people in to kill an ally. Or am I misreading the whole situation?
Oh, no, it's very, ballsy, kill an ally. But Saxons are not known for holding on to their alliances.
This is true. Do you have any information or maybe indication that they would try and be more discreet with this, or do your spies tell you that they're going to walk through the front gate?
I don't know a ton about Saxon magic. They may have magic that allow them to compel others to do the turning for them. But as the only Saxon we had in here has walked out. Can't tell.
Well, once he's talked to his friend, he'll probably come back with hopefully some useful information.
When Tong noped out, she really noped out and left the tent. As you're mentioning, like, the only Saxon left the tent, Rada will say, "I'm not well done. We may not need evidence." I believe Tong mentioned she spent some time with the Saxons. And she's also declined witness that. Perhaps I can convince her otherwise.
That might be worth a shot. We have limited information. Will knows the Saxon girl, but she was not raised Saxon. So she can only give us so much. She's given us what she can.
I believe this up to the rest of my group. If the majority of us are volunteers, then I will go. Otherwise,
Your microphone is very, very quiet.
I will leave this up to the rest of my group. If the majority of us go, then I will go. Otherwise, I don't want to risk being found out quickly.
So it sounds like to me that the two things we need to do is communicate with somebody that can get into the walls the message of this plot to kill the queen, and also, if we can, stop the perpetrators from getting to the city. The first item is something that we could potentially do if we find the right people that we can communicate with. The second one seems a little bit more dicey, meaning that there's a lot of area that they can cover, and we, not being able to get too close to the city, can't just wait outside the gate and cause a scene when we see Saxons approaching.
So even if we go, you're all banned, so we don't get to go in, we don't get to talk to all the people that have all the cool things like the forges?
Well, not all of us are technically banned. There are a few of us who could get into the city, but there is a possibility that the White Lady saw us and would recognize us if she is there.
I thought we were all banned because we were all with Erdan.
Idea was not banned.
Well, yeah, but the people that were there.
I
Yeah,
was in a coma. Actually, I don't know where I was at during this little escapade.
Most of us with that.
Henry
Was there?
He was there.
I know he was there. I think he and George got shoved in the bottom of the carriage.
Yeah, they did.
In
Oh,
the
yes, they were
apartment.
fugitives for a different reason.
Yeah.
Why were they fugitives?
Well, George was caught in the tent.
Yeah, George.
Yeah.
Well, no, George was caught trying to talk his way into the tent.
Yes.
Into the war tent, and then was Henry just with him because Henry's always trying to help George?
Yeah, I think that Henry was in there because Henry's player was not present for that escape. And so we just threw him in there with it.
Well, I also think that someone might have seen him in his natural form.
Yeah, that might have been what it was.
Because I don't remember how many of us attempted to use glamour during the fire. He wasn't there for the trial, I don't think.
No.
No, he wasn't there for the trial. Was the fire before or after the trial?
The fire was before, because that's the whole reason why there
Yeah.
was a trial.
You know what? We'll just say for the heck, since he hadn't physically been there, Henry is one of the people who was not banned because nobody realized that he was with you.
I was gonna say, he might actually be the one person that wasn't banned, because I'm pretty sure we got banned at the trial.
Yes, it was
Yes.
the trial.
And he...
George is a fugitive, even if he's not technically banned.
Yeah, because that
Yes.
means I was also banned because I was at the trial. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
probably pretty sure I had my glamour up, but
The white lady's a goddess, she can...
she can see through glamour anyway.
Actually, that doesn't matter anyways.
Yeah. She's got true sight.
Yeah.
For the white lady, it doesn't matter, but for the other people that were trying to move around, it would maybe help.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I stick out enough like a sore thumb.
Well, the other thing you guys need to know is with your glamour, if you take a slight penalty, you can choose to change the way, like, specifically how you look. You can choose how you look, and not just take the automatic one that your glamour puts up.
What's the penalty?
Depending on how specific you get, it can be a -1 to a -3.
Wanted the glamour to look like a fish.
Do these wise women, can they see through glamours?
I'm just
What
coming
about-
up with
what,
examples
Henry?
that would have a heavy penalty.
Thinking of trying to switch up the glamour to maybe look more Saxon, but do the wise women, are they able to see through fey glamours?
These are humans. It would presumably be as perceptive as normal humans.
Yeah, Will actually speak up. So, they can if they are actively looking. So basically, they'd have to cast a spell in order to see through it, just like a druid would.
Mm-hmm. Is this city accepting of tieflings? Or if I were to walk in without a glamour, would I just...
Human abilities except defense.
I was just saying,
They could be
you're
more
You're
tolerant.
asking if it's okay to be a tiefling in London, which is run by Romans who have just become Catholic.
Ah, I
You
see.
tell me.
No.
I may
You
prefer to hide.
remember how
a
Tiberius
couple on
reacted? We had to charm him.
Tiberius was like, I'm not ready for this.
So yeah.
I've been saying that this entire campaign.
Be fair,
I
he would not have
mean,
stuck around, but we
he
charmed
was-
him.
He was okay with the rest of you, but the moment there was a demon here, he was like, "Oh, I'm clocking out. Nope,
I'm done. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I am not gonna be Mephistopheles here."
All I can say is I have not had a glamour on since, they asked us to take ours off. So it's not like he didn't know it was me.
True, but
Oh no, this was a while back though.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
But no, in Londinium, it would be a very bad idea to walk around in your redskin horn demon form. Devil form, say.
Yeah.
That reminds me, did anyone comment on the fact that Amror never dropped his?
Nope.
Hmm. Well, then that severely limits me because I would hate to be in the middle of the city and somebody just happened to be looking for imposters and sees a 8-foot demon in the middle of their street trying to pretend to be them.
I have to use my glamour quite a bit if I wanted to try and blend in, though I guess I could always just be myself and people would assume I'm a child.
I swear the next thing we're going to suggest is that I'm going to walk in without glamour just because it's going to catch people's eye.
Ooh, get them all to stare at you. They won't care what else is going in with you. Pretty people. They get away with everything.
Every man in the city. Everyone, there's a hottie at the west gate. We must all converge.
You'd be able to start a competition. Do a Coliseum battle. You know, winner. I don't know.
There's a hottie at the west. Yeah, there's a hottie at the west gate. Everyone converge there. But wait, there's also a demon at the east gate.
Run from the east gate! Run!
I just want to imagine these soldiers. It's like hottie at the west gate, demon at the east gate. I think I'm gonna go with the hottie, guys. Like,
I feel duty bound to go to the east, but
Distraction at that point.
But you know what? Things seem more pressing at the west.
He's probably a nice demon. He's only, 9 feet, 6 feet, 2 feet? Nah, who knows?
whereas I walk through town, everyone thinks I'm a kid.
I know he's probably nice. You look at the east gate and it's like Night on Bald Mountain from Fantasia. Dark and all you can see are his eyes and these horns.
Yes.
Like, nothing.
Well, if
It's
I
just
didn't
nice.
fear them hunting me down for the rest of my life, I could play on that.
Jen, quick question.
Yeah.
Can brownies see through glamours?
Yes, because they're fake.
Okay.
Are brownies particularly adverse to tieflings?
I don't think most brownies have dealings with tieflings. They might not know what you are. Unless they spend an extra amount of time in the other.
And considering how much they like to stay at home and doing exactly what they do every day, probably not. The one brownie I talked to thought I was an absolute nutcase because I go off adventuring.
Who does the dishes?
My brother.
Okay, so before you get too far, Henry, this is something that you will be discussed on the way over to Londinium, because we have an entire island to cross.
This is true, but we do have some people here who may have information that we don't have. So, trying to pick their brains as well. To make sure I don't assume something and end up in a pickle again, like that one time with George. It was fun, but it was cramped trying to get out of there.
I can just imagine like the dignitaries as they're listening to us, like look at each other, like, what? Oh, we shoved him into the bottom of the carriage.
Oh, sorry.
like if somebody just, like as we're just talking, somebody just pops that in, whether it's me or Rada or Gorlois could probably even say it.
Dan definitely leans over to his brother and he's like, "Are you sure you want to be friends with these people? They're kind of scary." But he makes sure that he says it in French So, Frankish?
In their own language.
Yep.
Which means nobody gets it. What, are Saxons?
Well, no, he's
Spanish
speaking in,
French?
I guess, Gaulois. Nope, Henry. Henry does. Henry's Gaulois.
Henry's the law, so he would actually know.
But
I'd
he's
pretend
also
like
distracted.
If I did notice, I would just pretend. I'd just not consider it because, again, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
The look on their faces as they're talking.
Oh yeah, I mean they're definitely doing the brotherly like whisper, 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 and secrets. And Boris just shakes his head and just like shoves his brother away, like.
Mm-hmm.
And
So-
it was because we're scaring him.
I feel like we should probably, if we take on this task, divide the group in two.
Yeah.
Those who can successfully get into the city without being noticed or without needing the glamour to blend in. I would agree needing that exclusively, else they would chase me and burn me at the stake. Though they'd probably make it a holiday. Something about saving
Let's keep you alive instead of
the...
celebrating a holiday in regards to your death, please.
Well, saving their city from Satan, right? Or their demon, or something along those lines. Somebody
I
would.
don't want to have to write an epic ballad about that, Henry.
Me neither. So I would propose that I stay outside the city, and we stay and try and find potentially the Saxons before they get in, to either prevent them from getting in or cause them to.
Henry, I think you are missing the point of, I guess, the purposes of being here is this something we want to do?
I figured most of us were on board, except for the two that left.
And Adea's him and Hein.
So we have to decide who's going, who's not.
Well, don't you still have to talk to Tong to see if she's even willing to help us? I mean, she's out of
Yes.
the...
Yes, I will try to get her to reconsider this, considering her expertise, if not in the Saxons, in Greek magic. That would be particularly helpful in this case. But we still have to see who is willing to go with her, because, again, I know what she's like with people that at least appear to be high in power. We want as little of that as possible.
I have a feeling if we can convince Tong to go, Rada, you should probably come with us. Because you might be the only person to handle her. Not that she necessarily needs handling, but you guys know each other. And you might know the best way to keep her from...
You are not wrong. You are not wrong.
setting off a fireball in a cave again.
So, if we do try to put people inside the gate and we go, what if I don't want to go? Then how does that plan work?
Then we do something different.
So you would stay here and help out? Wherever you can?
Can I ask the king a question? Yeah. Idea's already talked with Cadmus about being able to help with making armor for the army. Would she be of better use to you here or on this mission?
Like I said, I'm not gonna force anyone to go.
You're really quiet.
I'm not gonna force anyone to go.
Sorry, my headphones died, and
Of
my
course they
mic
did.
was way over there.
Gotcha. Well, we can turn you up on our end too.
That'll help.
Yeah.
I don't actually know where the microphone is on this laptop.
We can hear you better now, but Could you repeat what the king had said, please?
Yeah, trying to remember what I just said. I'm not gonna force anyone to go. This is entirely your decision. I had just heard good things about you, and you already know the area. If you don't, we can send others.
Thank you. I know you weren't going to force us to do anything, Your Majesty. I was just wondering. I was trying to help her be able to make a decision a little bit more readily if she knows where she might be of best use.
Let's be honest, and Dea's being entirely not helpful. She could be helpful to the party, but she also really just wants to make cool weapons and armor.
We're a small army in comparison to the Saxon one. We need help everywhere. So I don't know that I can make this an easier decision because I literally can use you all over the place.
Even me?
Yes.
Morale is pretty important in scenes like this.
Yeah, good point. Idea, if you're not sure you want to go, and if you would rather make armor, that would be good too. You'll be helpful either way.
While y'all are thinking, we're gonna switch gears and go back to Erdan and Uther real quick.
Good job.
Uther is shredding a piece of grass quietly. Strip by strip.
Aaron's just praying. Lady Rhiannon, I would humbly request an audience.
Give me a religion.
It's 14.
14. There doesn't seem to be any physical change, but you get this feeling that she is listening.
Earl kind of lean back towards Uther. Is there something specific you wanted?
We just need to know if we have to worry about the White Lady being there.
And Ern will kind of go back forward. Lady Rhiannon, I was wondering if the White Lady is continuing her presence in Londinium.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another religion.
That is 13.
You don't get a ton of change in what you're feeling, or like she's there, she's listening. It does not feel like she's responding though. You're not feeling concerned, but you're also not entirely sure what to make of this at this point.
Okay. At least it's not a campfire crackling.
Crickets.
Or we'll kind of relax his posture a little, turn back to Uther.
It just occurred to me, I'm pretty sure Erdan's
Not
also seeing
having
death
anything
as
negative.
engulfed in flames.
Well, that's... I guess nothing negative. Positive. Right, well, maybe this is doable. Maybe we can send folks in and don't have to worry about being burnt like toast. We've been gone a while. So, probably head back. He'll stand up and kind of like offer you a hand.
Ern will first put out the candle and put it away, and then take it.
Uther will start leading the way back. Look, no one's going to force you to go. So even if we don't think she's going to be there, you don't have to go back. I mean, I haven't been able to go back to the spot where I saw her kill Emrys, so... And I certainly have not stepped foot in Londinium since they burned the palace to the ground. But they also think I'm dead, so it might not be a good idea for me to step foot in Londinium.
Yeah, probably not. That'd be far more beneficial for you to stay alive.
Yeah. I don't know. You think I'd make a scary ghost? Yeah, I know.
At the moment, I don't see it, but...
True. You've actually never seen me in combat. Apparently, I can be kind of terrifying. Did my pen go?
I don't suppose you'd want to put some bite behind that bark of yours.
Saying you want to do that?
I'm saying, can your station allow you to duel?
I'd like to see someone stop me.
Errol kind of offered a fist bump to him.
You know what? When we get back to camp, we can go to the practice grounds. We can see what happens.
Alright.
Frankly, I think we both can do with letting off a little bit of steam after we both, panic just a little bit there. Group panic session, we can have a group steam release session.
Sounds great. Any rules to this little duel of ours?
I mean, basic combat, one-on-one combat rules, The goal is not to kill each other. We'll get some of the dull practice swords so we don't cut each other up. No headshots. No groin shots. We had to make that a rule because of freaking Victorious.
Time to take the fun out of everything.
He had ridiculously good aim, and I don't know if it was accidental like he kept trying to claim it was.
Well, if it goes for more than once, then it's very much on purpose.
What I said. By this point, you guys will have made it back to the tent. Right as they're trying to decide, basically, what is the plan. So you walk back in. Aurelius kind of gives Uther this, "You ready to be responsible? I'm walking out of these important meetings, my dude."
Uther probably gives him back the, I was actually being responsible this time, look.
Yeah, don't look at me like that. Are you snapping me again? My cat can be really cute. Super energetic.
Is this something we want to do as a group, or are we just sending it individually?
So before we go too much further, this is Uther. I just want to say that we went and had a little chat with, well, sort of. I'm not entirely sure how it works. I was just treading grass, but the point is, we went to go ask Rhiannon if she knew where the White Lady was. We're not getting the impression that she's in Londinium, so that should be a weight off the backs.
Rada Rada stands up straight.
I thought he was supposed to be a charisma king.
Uther?
Yes.
He is supposed to be.
Despite his awkwardness, Uther is oozes charisma. Just-
Kind of like just.
Because of his awkwardness, because he probably makes other people feel less awkward because they're not as awkward as he is.
He makes people feel comfortable. He doesn't try for the big tough guy
Mm-hmm.
thing like most leaders do. He's just kind of like, no, I didn't ask to be put in this position, but since I'm here, hi.
Party on, dudes.
Rada strains her back. Like, okay, that is better than before, so not. Hopefully we can get one all the way over there. Is this may make it easier to convince Tom to go with us? Assuming the majority of us want to go.
I'm sorry, I'm having such a hard time hearing you. Because
Yeah,
my
no,
computer's
you're-
quiet to begin with.
Oh no, I was just about to say, Arthur, you might want to move your microphone closer or something. Up your gain.
I can't make it any louder. All my stuff is set to max.
Oof. It's okay.
That might.
I don't know.
It is a bad
Do your
mic.
best.
Okay. So what did you hear?
That you are happy, or that you're a little bit relieved that that we're pretty sure we don't have to worry about the White Lady, but that still doesn't answer the question of whether or not what we're going to do.
Hopefully
Mama Rada wants a decision.
hopefully this makes it easier to convince Tong to go with us, assuming that all of us want to go.
Oh, you guys had some questions about the magical ladies of the Saxons or something?
That was Tong, but she, as you can see, she's not in here.
Oh. Where'd she go?
Tong didn't want any part in this because she doesn't like working with nobility. My apology, Your Majesty, and other lords.
None taken. It's not the first time somebody's said that.
Yes, well, Tong can be a little bit. She likes to punctuate her feelings at times, I think. I don't know her as well as Rada does, but she did set off a fireball in a cave. With us in it.
So where's Taliesin during all of this? Like, where did Erdan leave him?
That's a good point. Where is Taliesin in the tent with your stuff?
Actually, I was just about to roll a coin. Just okay. So did I leave him in the tent, or is he in my bag of holding? And he's in the tent.
We left
I just
Talia.
completely forgot. Just like, oh, I always leave him in my shoulder bag. It's fine.
I bet he's
Taliesin will be very cross.
I really want just like a little aside of Taliesin in the tent. Like,
Who left me in the
Taliesin is sitting in the tent just oh, Danny boy, the lights are glowing. He's just like singing to himself.
All I can think of now is people are walking by that tent, hearing somebody singing in there, but not really seeing anyone in there.
Yep.
Yeah, I imagine the flaps are kind of open to let the air in or whatever, so they're like peeking in. Like a few of them are just like druids.
We told Will the Taliesin was the drum again, right?
Huh?
Sorry, I think I already answered my own question in my head, but like, because I'm pretty sure we already told Will the Taliesin was the drum.
Yes.
Yeah, Will is still trying to process that.
Correct.
Well, this makes things interesting because when she noped out, that's where Tong went, is like straight to the tent.
He's sitting there and he's just singing Danny Boy and Druidic.
Adea will finally be more straight about how she feels. I mean, if you really want me to go, I can. I just think the forges would be more entertaining. And I mean, the last time I got bored, I got this really cool crystal.
I'm assuming there's a translation thing in the environment going on that crystal
Yes.
reacted to.
Let me make a compromise here. Let's send spies back out tonight to the camp to see if we can find out exactly when they plan to do this, so that we can see how much time we have to make up our minds about this. How's that sound?
That sounds amenable.
And I trust Lord Amror that you would be willing to be in charge of that again.
Did you like her subtle way of reminding everybody what happened the last time she got bored?
Yes. Sorry, can you repeat that, Jen? Because I didn't hear you over my...
I trust that Lord Amror would be willing to lead that again.
Absolutely, my lord.
Alright. Any who wish to go with him tonight to see what intel we can gather, feel free to talk with him. The rest of you can do as you please. We'll see what we can figure out at that point.
Well, I'll volunteer, because if it's at night, I'm pretty good in stealth, so I can do that. I can do that at least.
We must have been really disappointing to this group of important people today.
Yeah.
If you need my help. If you feel like it would be of benefit. If not,
Henry's
I can afford to stay here.
I will gladly welcome you.
Sweet. Oh.
Well, if this is everything that we need to discuss, then I suppose we will take our leave. My lords.
Henry said he would go. Anybody else? Are you gonna go again, Tooth?
Yeah.
No. Then the rest of you have opted to do other things while we wait for the info?
Yep.
If this is something that's being like brought up like in the moment, then yeah, that would be all buys. If there's like time during the day, then Rada would bring this up with Tom, who would volunteer.
Yeah, you guys will be able to do whatever you want through the day. With it almost 10 o'clock, I will say you guys, whatever you want to do through the day before that evening, you can do in the roleplay.
Okay.
So that way we can just start right in with the Sneak a Snake next week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Plus, I just don't think we've utilized the roleplay channel enough.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Jen, will you be available with that roleplay channel? Because I think some of what Brina might want to do might involve NPCs.
Yes. I mean, like I said, I'm unemployed right now. I have nothing better to do than roleplay.
Might see me
I-
on there.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Next time we return, Jen and Mary will have completely transformed the camp.
It'll be the cleanest, most aesthetically pleasing camp you've ever been in. Music in every corner.
One step closer to the life of luxury, the aforementioned life of luxury in the camp.
We can also do Uther and Erdan's combat.
Yes.
We can even do that right now and have that be the end of the stuff. Because sometimes doing that stuff in roleplay is a little.
Yeah, that's a little hard.
I'm still convinced we were very disappointing to this group of leaders today.
So, like, yeah, as you guys are going, you will actively hear Uther say, "All right, you ready to get your butt whooped?"
Erdan, what did you do?
Ooh.
Oh, I absolutely look forward to it, but I'm pretty sure it'll be you, not me.
Oh, brave words. All right.
Okay, I'm picking up on this being a friendly match. Gotcha. Erdan didn't do anything wrong. Oh, good.
All gathered around, I will lean over to the closest person. It's like, anyone want to make a wager?
And just to clarify with these kinds of things, would armor and shield be allowed as well?
Sorry, what?
Just to clarify, would armor and shield also be allowed, or just swords?
Yes, you can do armor and shield.
Cool. Alright, good. Going back to the tent to get those then.
All right. Excellent. All right. Woo. I think he's going first. Sorry, I might have rolled another nat 20 for him. He's just.
Well, I guess that answers that.
Alright.
Just roll a nat 20 with some help from your paladin guidance stuff, right?
I don't have paladin guidance.
Oh no, that's the bard.
Yeah.
You help with checks, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what will happen. What is your initiative? Because that'll actually determine how this will.
0.
Alright, basically, you'll get into the arena. The moment that you've got your stance ready, he just takes a swing at you. Like, he's automatically just going for it. Does a 24 hit?
It does.
It does. Alright, so, yeah, he immediately just takes a swing and smacks you right across the chest. This is all going to be non-lethal damage, so basically once you get to 0, either or gets to 0, essentially you just gotten knocked out.
Alright, you said 5 damage?
No, I'm checking right now to see what the...
She hadn't said the damage yet.
Yeah. I needed to see which dice I needed to roll for that. 7. So he gets a pretty sound smack on your chest, kind of knocks the air out of you for a moment.
Okay.
He's got this big grin on his face.
Okay. And what's the I guess hit die for the weapon for the training swords then?
D8.
D8. Okay.
Man, the training swords hit harder than most of our other weapons.
Alright.
They're still metal, they're just not sharp, so it's a lot of bruise damage.
I imagine 18 doesn't hit?
It barely does.
Yes. 18, so that's a D5. I'll be 7 damage as well. I'll just swing him right back. Yeah, Ern will hit him right back and say, "Oh, going right out the gate, eh? No decorum in this."
There's no decorum in war, my friend.
Uh-huh.
That was a poor roll. 18?
Nope.
So he'll
19?
take a swing, but you'll manage to jump out. What was that?
19?
Yeah, that'll hit.
And attack. That'll be another 7.
Right. He's gonna swing at you for 27.
Ow! No offense here, Mr. Get your butt
I'll be
kicked.
fine.
He's got with here. Sorry, I'm trying to do math.
Math is difficult.
Well, he has a lot of hit points. Okay, so. Whoop. Oh, I didn't even realize that. What am I doing? He has multi-attack. So the first one is 27. Second one. I did forget about that. The second one is 21.
21 also hits.
That one's in the middle, so. $24. Hit as well. Alright. So. Put all these together. That'd be 19 total damage. So basically, he went easy on you the first time. The second time, he's like, "Oh, buddy," and just whack, whack, whack.
How the hell did you get disable this quickly?
Are you guys watching?
Rada, no. She's gonna talk
No.
with Tom.
Rodea's definitely gone to the forges.
I think I'm watching more because I wasn't sure what they were talking about, and so I wanted to see what was going on.
And 25 and a natural 1.
No. Yes. I'm pulling the fumble start out.
Oh no.
Well, I hit him for 6.
Okay. I need you to roll another d20.
It's a 9.
9. So you swing, he ducks, and it comes back, and you smack yourself.
Oh.
So give damage to yourself for that roll.
Joy.
Ooh, that looked painful. Maybe I should have put money on the other guy.
You put money on me?
Mm-hmm.
Did you do
I
that?
have faith in
hit
you.
yourself? He just kind of looks and goes, "Why you hit yourself?"
These guys are friends.
Ooh, 16, a 19, and a nat 20. I critted twice on you.
Erdan is in fact getting his butt whooped.
In more ways than
So you
one.
got.
Yes.
What did you roll?
A natural 16, a natural 19, and a natural 20. Okay. So.
You want to just have him do for the natural 20, just completely fumble that and just smack him across the head?
Nope, I'm gonna do it a little differently.
Alright.
So you're gonna get 11 damage from the first one. The second one, he's gonna come around. So basically, he like smacks you across one arm. He kind of spins around, he's gonna smack you in the rump with the second one. Which is gonna be 12 damage. And then with the nat 20, he is going to slice the belt holding your pants up.
That's impressive.
No más pantalones.
So he's not going to do damage on the nat 20. He's just going to depants you. And kind of, as he's doing that, flip your shirt up, like your tunic up over your head, so that your eyes get covered, and you're just kind of like pants at your ankle, shirt over your head.
Well, now you just look ridiculous.
Oh, been a long time
He'll
since
kind of
we
walk over to you and just shove your shirt with his sword. You quit?
If you let go of my shirt first.
And he'll flip your shirt back over your head.
Ern will kind of like pull it down, just like look at him. Yeah, I'll quit. If you give me a new damn belt. That's a low blow.
That's fair. Poor quality belt, my friend.
Well, it is at least 2 years overdue.
Yeah, I can give you one of mine.
Ern will kind of like pull up his pants and like tie off the belt so that it holds itself together a little. Just like, so how the hell did you get this good? You were not nearly this competent the last time we fought.
Crazy fire woman tried to kill me, and I realized I really needed to up my game.
And you've had 4 years more to do it than I have, so that makes sense.
Yes, that's true. Also, you know, most of my practice was using Ictorius, and then I died, and so Ictorius didn't know I was alive for a really long time, so I had to find somebody else to practice with. And let me tell you, Aurelius kicks my ass every time.
No, really.
It's embarrassing.
Mr. I don't think he's ever had a bad hair day over there.
It's not fair. It's like maybe it's a wig. Maybe it's fake.
Oh no.
These are
He's
the
probably
real.
He probably has a few druids helping him out on that one.
Cheater. Maybe I should
Oh
ask
no,
Will for
I think
help.
the royalty call it using your resources.
I really can't argue with you there. That is a very political way to go about saying that. We can make a diplomat out of you yet.
Yeah, Taliesin spent many years trying that one. I don't think I can do it.
Why do I have a feeling that Brina would have picked up Taliesin to bring with her to this match?
With how quickly it went, I doubt he saw anything, unless you were sprinting.
Also, he doesn't have eyes anymore.
Yes, but I would be explaining what was going on. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
He's an all-powerful druid. Secretly, even as a drum, he has true sight. Just knows. There's no hiding from
witness
Taliesin.
Tom's transformation for the first time.
What?
Then how did he miss Tong's first transformation? Like from when she was introduced as a fox into a humanoid.
I thought he had trouble
Because
reading.
he could
something
already
from
see it. He didn't know what everybody was so worried about.
I thought we had him try and read a script once, and he mentioned that he was in a drum. He couldn't actually read it.
Yeah, we did. This is definitely just joking.
Okay.
He cannot see. He can hear everything. And he can infer a lot from what he's hearing.
Yeah.
But as he was never blind in real life, he can't just make up pictures in his head and hope that he's seeing what he thinks he's seeing.
His arthritis might be gone, but he has become blind because of it. And incorporeal.
Did Tanner fall asleep?
Maybe.
Apparently.
We can figure that out when we end. If he's still on after everyone leaves. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, combat's done, so the rest of that, any talking they do can be done in RB chat. So.
Do I just kick him off of this so he can save his phone battery or something?
No, there isn't a way, because even if we all get off, unless he gets off,
it'll still go.
he's just gonna wake up.
I feel like the only way that we could would be to kick him from the server.
Would be what?
I think the only way we could would be to kick him from the Discord. Kick him from the server.
Off the server. Yeah. Just kick him off the server and then be invite him back in, be sorry, you fell asleep. Bye.
Or somebody could try calling him and see if it wakes him up.
That's mean. He's sleeping. That's like moving a cat off your lap. You just don't do it.
I was trying to save his phone battery in case he uses it as an alarm clock.